All right guys, next up in our guard player series, we're going to be adding more options to our De La Riva. We're going to go into our primary off balance from the De La Riva. All right, so we're going to get right into it. All right, I'm going to achieve my cross collar grip on my partner, drag, throw my hip into my foot into the hip, and now from here I achieve my De La Riva grip. Now I'm going to make sure I start framing on the hip, scooting my butt over, throwing my De La Riva hook up into the hip. Now from here, your partner is going to look to try and push your foot down a lot of the times and try to go into a headquarters passing position. So I'm actually going to look to beat them to the punch here, or you can do it as they push your foot. So I'm going to push my foot in, switch my De La Riva hook out. So my foot that was on the thigh goes in first, my De La Riva reinforces. I'm going to drag and try to make them put both hands on the mat over here. So I pull with my collar, I kick, and I elevate my partner's hips up into the air. So once his hands are on the mat, make sure you keep your butt to the side so his foot doesn't touch the floor. From here, my De La Riva is going to pummel to the hip, and I'm going to try and angle my knee right underneath. All right. Once I get here, my foot can go back to the thigh to frame and give me some distance. Now I'm going to push out and sit up. Make sure you try to get your posture as you do this. So I'm going to do it slow. I'm going to push out, my feet come underneath me, and I come right up on top into a good passing position. That's sweep number one. All right guys, second option we're going to go into, we're going to do the same off balance from before. I'm going to give you a slight variation on that sweep that we just did. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to get my collar grip, I'm going to put my foot into the hip, get my pant grip over here, frame on the hip. I'm going to scoot my foot over, throw that De La Riva hook right in. All right, so we're going to do the same off balance. I'm going to throw my foot underneath, replacing my De La Riva hook. My De La Riva hook reinforces. I'm going to drag and put my partner's hands down to the mat. All right, so this time I'm going to do the same thing. I make sure I'm on my side, elevating his foot. My foot's going to go up to the hip and step. Now this time, instead of going underneath into that single leg X position, I'm going to pummel my foot and come down into a shin on shin option, okay? This makes it hard for his leg to go to the ground, and it helps me sit up a little more easily if you have a hard time sitting up, okay? So I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to push out, come up. See if my partner stands, I'm going to come up with him, tall. Now I can start to run him over from here. I like to touch the leg across and dump him down to the mat, nice and easy. And then now you're almost past the guard there. That is option number two. You guys give that a try. All right guys, option number three from our De La Riva off balance. This time I'm going to look to go a little bit deeper underneath my partner's hips and go into an X guard sweep. All right, so we're going to do the same entry. I'm going to get my cross collar grip, drop to my back, foot to the hip. I get my sleeve, or my pant grip, excuse me. My foot comes over the thigh. I scoot over, throw that De La Riva hook right in. Now we're going to do our same off balance. My foot replaces my De La Riva hook. I reinforce, I drag, getting his hands to the mat. Now remember, keep his foot off the mat or you will lose this whole thing. So I'm going to pummel my foot over, stepping on the hip. Remember, you can make a little bit of room here, so push him away, pummel your knee underneath. Now I'm going to look to go into X guard from here. So my foot's already in position. I'm keeping the collar grip to frame. I'm going to go underneath the leg and pull it all the way up. Remember, pinch like you're talking on the phone, grab at the knee and rotate. My foot is going to drop down behind my partner's thigh. Now from here, we're going to do the same as before. I'm going to push out, sit up. My legs will collapse underneath me. So push out, come up. Now right here, you can let go of the collar grip, post on the mat, and I'm going to do a technical stand up. Boom. Once I get here, I can start to run my partner down. I like to try and reach in, get this pant leg, and collapse them down. Don't dive into their triangle, all right? That is option number three. You guys give those a try. Let us know what you think.